Tēnā tātou katoa, good evening. The wild weather that hit the North Island yesterday made its way south today, bringing yet again copious amounts of rain with it.
Christchurch City was hit hardest, closing schools, roads and businesses, and the Garden City has now officially had its wettest month ever on record. Here's Juliet Speedy.
Rain, rain, and more rain for Christchurch.
Oh, very depressing.
I've never seen water like this in town ever before.
For Timaru.
This is probably the worst that we've had it, to be fair.
And Dunedin.
Very wet, very cold.
Wild weather lashing the South Island yet again, closing schools and businesses. This butcher forced to close for the third time this month.
4:30 this morning, the water come up and went through the front doors again, through the retail store and out through the back of the butchery, so back to square one again.
Christchurch in the eye of the storm. And also in the spotlight, the city's now broken a record for its wettest month ever.
It has been an incredibly wet week around Christchurch and an incredibly wet month, actually. Just at the airport has pushed over 230 millimetres of rain this month, which has broken all the records.
An extremely unpleasant July. I didn't realise we were breaking records, though.
I would agree with that 100%. Wettest July in Christchurch. It's the wettest July I've ever had in this butcher shop.
The rain caused a landslide into this Littleton house. A lot of rain was forecast today, but it's been even worse than expected, closing schools, businesses and streets. This is one of over 20 across the city, closed to all traffic. People have been advised to stay home where they can. Roads right across the South Island were closed due to both snow and surface flooding.
The entrance to the road I need is flooded.
The rain has been falling everywhere, so there's pretty consistent surface water on every road.
No need to be an early bird today. Worms for all.
This sea's pretty wet. Good for ducks.
This is the third major weather event in the south in less than 3 weeks. Certainly no dry July for the Garden City.
Well, Juliet joins us now from the record-breaking wet. And Juliet, is it starting to dry out yet?
Well, Mike, I'd love to be the bearer of good news, but unfortunately these wet weather warnings and watches that are in place for the middle and lower half of the South Island remain in place overnight into the early hours of tomorrow morning. So anyone travelling across the south over that period is advised to double-check the route before they go. And look, there may only be 5 days left of this month, but they are all still looking pretty wet. So unfortunately that record that, quite frankly, we wish we'd never broken will be even harder to break going forward by the end of this month. And if people are feeling extra glum around here at the moment, there's another reason why, and that's the Met Service told us today that all this rain and grey skies means that 13 days of this month we've seen less than 2 hours of sunshine. So certainly a better month to be a duck than a human being here in Christchurch.
Absolutely, well said. Juliet Speedy live for us in Christchurch. Thanks very much.
Well, Heather is here now with more on the rain, and it is not just the South Island that is recording extreme rainfall.
Not at all. The rainfall totals for July for some regions are incredible, and there's still, like Juliet said, 5 more full days left in the month. Yesterday, Kirikiri hit 500 millimetres of rain for July. So far, their July average is 190 millimetres. These totals are just from this rain event, not even including the previous 3 weeks' worth. And yes, there is more coming. I'll have all the details after sport.